I grew my silly channel from 0 to 100,000 subscribers in just over 10 months while only posting 13 videos. I'll talk you through how I did it, some critical mistakes I made along the way that cost me thousands of dollars, how much I actually made, why the majority of advice you hear on YouTube is flat out wrong, and finally, I'll discuss the elephant in the room, sponsors. That's going to be a lot.
Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy one.
I launched my channel on March 31st of 2021 with no real social media presence whatsoever on any platforms. But the story actually begins before that date. You see, I was considering starting a channel in late 2020, but kept waffling. Being furloughed from my job for 5 months at the start of COVID was a wake-up call that I needed to build a revenue stream that I controlled. Then, one night in early January 2021, I saw this video from Travis at Shop Nation. It broke down how much he made in 2020, including all of his revenue streams. Had Travis not been willing to openly share this information, unlike 99.9% of the other channels on YouTube, there wouldn't be a Lincoln Street Woodworks. I say this because, like Travis, this video isn't intended to brag or boast. My hope is that by sharing my journey, I'll inspire others to start a channel, or even if you don't want to start a channel, answer some general questions you might have with full transparency. Look at this poor fella. So much hope and joy. Doesn't know he's going to accidentally delete half of the footage for his first 4 videos. Sorry, bud. It gets better. Okay, I was committed to starting a channel, but I had no filming or editing experience. So first things first, I went to YouTube and learned those skills, right?
Oh, hell no.
I did go to YouTube, but I spent the entire month of January auditing channels in my niche, finding trends, seeing what was working, but most importantly, figuring out what I needed to do to stand out while still being authentic and genuine, which is where most people stumble and why most of the experts who tell you to just hit record are giving aspiring YouTubers bad advice. Figure out your purpose first. This will help differentiate your content from already established channels. Back to March 31st when my channel went live. Instead of going live with 1 video, I launched 4 videos so people had the opportunity to binge a session of multiple videos instead of 1, thus increasing the likelihood I would be promoted by the algorithm. Thanks in part to the research I had done and the way I positioned myself to stand out, and no, I'm not talking about my big nose. I understand, it's a beak. The channel hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours just 14 days later, which meant I was able to start monetizing the channel with Google Adsense. If I'm familiar with Google Adsense, it's one of the primary revenue streams for creators on YouTube. In my first 2 months of being monetized, I wasn't exactly killing it and made less than $500, but then something happened in June. I posted a video that was a follow-up to my most successful topic. Remember, always double down on a successful idea if you can put a new spin on it. That video was just okay out of the gate, but a couple weeks in, after changing the thumbnail 30 or so times like I normally do, it exploded. To date, that video has almost 1.5 million views and has pulled in over 35,000 subscribers. In that video, I found a style and a delivery that really resonated with my audience, so I kept doubling down with each subsequent upload and the views steadily increased. I was feeling really good about myself. Monthly revenue started growing, my sticker and t-shirt sales through Etsy were starting to gain a little traction. Speaking of, new t-shirt alert, because contrary to popular belief, pallet wood is not free. Available now, link in the description below. I was also generating decent money through affiliate links, but then I started doing some research and fell back down to earth really quickly. Before you publish a video on YouTube, there are multiple options for ad types. You can enable skippable or non-skippable ads. Also, if your video is longer than 8 minutes, you can insert mid-roll ads that look something like this. Here's where I went wrong. Since my channel was so new and I was able to monetize, I got wrapped up in the idea of trying to keep my audience as happy as possible. So I only ran skippable ads and didn't include mid-rolls. But advertisers pay more for ads you can't skip, and mid-rolls are another opportunity to earn revenue. Those two factors combined can really increase what you earn per every 1,000 views, which is known as your RPM or revenue per milli. On October 17th, 186 days and over 2 million views after monetizing the channel, I woke up and realized that viewers don't care about mid-rolls or non-skippable ads. All they care about is the value you provide in your videos. So I enabled those 2 ad types, and you can see the instant jump in my RPM. Conservatively, this mistake cost me about $2,200. Live and you learn. At this point, my channel had 60,000 subscribers and was gaining momentum. So like any good YouTuber, I followed the age-old advice and started posting more, right?
No.
In fact, my rate of releasing a video slowed down. Why? Because I have an actual job and a family and other commitments that take priority over this channel. Finding your own balance is critical, and it's different for everybody. Don't burn yourself out. Plus, I'm a big believer that if you want to grow fast, creators should publish their best possible videos that provide value. And if you can't do that weekly or every other Friday like some people seem to promise on their banners, as if any casual viewer actually cares, don't publish. Just wait. Trust me, no one is hanging by their computers expecting you to upload.
It's Friday at 10 a.m. Why hasn't he posted?
Fast forward 4 months and 3 videos later, and I had hit the first arbitrary number on YouTube that means absolutely nothing other than getting this really cool plaque. Speaking of, it's here. It's really shiny. All right, time to talk money. Probably the main reason most of you have still stuck around during this boring video. As I alluded to earlier, I currently have 3 main revenue streams: merch, affiliate sales, and AdSense. Keep in mind, all of these dollar totals cut off on the day I hit 100,000 subscribers. Let's start with the smallest. I sell these ridiculous stickers and t-shirts on my Etsy store. The t-shirts are run through a third party called Printful, and my stickers are all made to order by my buddy.
I'm John, the sticker guy.
Everyone needs a sticker guy. Total sales for all merch was $7,623. Sadly, I don't get to keep all of that. John needs to get paid, and Printful takes a big cut. After the cost of goods is subtracted, I am left with $3,405.56. Could this be a higher number if I handled fulfillment and printing? Of course, but I need to put a value on my own time, and this works for me with very little commitment. Next up is affiliate sales. If you're unfamiliar with affiliate sales, this happens when a creator directs you to product links in the description of a video, generally through a site like Amazon. The creator then earns a percentage of the sale if you buy something, typically 3 to 5% depending on the item. My affiliate commissions from Amazon totaled $8,480.69.
Nice.
Finally, AdSense. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, you know that I did leave some dollars on the table here. Sorry, fellow YouTubers, for what I'm about to do, but if you're an audience member and you're wondering roughly how much your favorite creator makes from ads, here's the rough formula. Find out their average monthly views on a website like Social Blade. Divide that number by 1,000, then multiply by the RPM that their niche averages. Now, the only hiccup is shorts because those are totaled into monthly view counts and pay literal pennies compared to full-length video views. So if your favorite creator does a lot of shorts, this doesn't really apply. I'll save you the hassle of calculating my earnings and tell you that the AdSense through the first 10 months was $24,686.20. Before I give you the grand total, don't go anywhere after. There's more to the story you need to hear. Plus some bonus tips if you're thinking of starting a channel. If you add all 3 revenue streams together, that totals $36,572.35. Am I retiring tomorrow? No. But it's a decent start, and if you look at the trend of my revenue, almost 50% of that came in the last 2.5 months. So things are trending up quickly, and remember, like most businesses, this is all about momentum. I mentioned during the intro mistakes that cost me thousands, and shared the AdSense RPM debacle earlier, but I left additional money on the table. A lot of money. Before I go into more detail, let me remind you, the following isn't meant to brag or boast. I just want you to have a clear understanding of how this all works. If you've seen my content before, you might remember hearing me say things like this. I'm the sponsor of today's video. No one's sponsoring this dumb channel. But I'll let you in on a little secret. It's just a dumb joke. People do want to sponsor the channel and have for quite some time. I simply haven't found the right fit, and I'm not comfortable advertising products I don't use on a regular basis. I can't give you the actual dollar amount I would have earned because of some ongoing discussions, but had I accepted some of the sponsorship deals, it would have been my second highest revenue stream behind AdSense. At this point, with the amount of views I average, if I were to accept deals for every video, it would be number 1. So take that for what it's worth. Bonus tip time. Here's the best advice I can give any aspiring creator on YouTube. Clearly define your niche and a specific smaller target audience within that niche. Build a stereotypical viewer in your mind and create content for that person, not yourself. Never portray or try to be anyone but who you actually are. Authenticity is critical. Fake it and the audience will see right through you.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Spend 95% of your time figuring out how you can stand out and developing your own brand voice. The remaining 5% learning to film and edit. Then become an expert in your niche. Understand what channels are trending up, what are trending down and why. What topics seem to be gaining traction and others that are falling off. Don't copy these successful videos. Instead, figure out how you can add something new to the conversation. Get to the point. If you're making a video about how to bake cookies, start baking cookies as quickly as possible. Except that not all footage will make the final cut. It will take hours upon hours filming and editing videos, but the sooner you understand if the story can go from point A to point C while removing B, B wasn't very good to begin with, unless B is cookie dough, in which case, it's always good. Don't worry about a fancy camera. I filmed half of my videos on a cracked iPhone. Just get yourself a decent quality microphone. Viewers are willing to forgive bad video, not bad audio. Find a support system. You need a group of people who know your niche plus content creation. You also need to trust their opinion so they can review your work before publishing. Trust me, a lot of what we create sucks and should never see the internet. Figure out how to make provocative thumbnails and titles. Just because you have a red arrow and utilize phrases like "you won't believe" doesn't mean you have clickbait. It means you have something someone is more likely to click. If you deliver on your promise in the title and thumbnail, no one can get mad or upset at your YouTube shock face. Worked for this video, didn't it? And finally, be honest with yourself. If you want this to be a hobby, treat it like a hobby. If you want to grow quickly, treat it like a business and put in the damn work. This has been really fun. Maybe we'll get to do it again in a million. Bye!